Share a tip of favorites. The first one we're going to talk about is using Siri for seniors.
Hey Siri, do you like Amazon Alexa?
I'm a big fan of good listeners and helpful beings.
Hey, have you ever heard of Siri? My guess is yes, especially if you're watching this video, but in case you don't know, Siri is a tool to control your iPhone or iPad with your voice. I wasn't much of a Siri fan when Apple first released this feature, but I find I use Siri more and more, and for a whole bunch of different things. If you're tired of having to type stuff on a little iPhone screen and you'd like to learn how to control your iPhone by speaking to Siri, then stick around. This short video is for you. Hi, my name is Rich. If this is the first time you visited this channel, then welcome. We're glad you're here. Over the last 2 years, I've been producing simple to follow videos for seniors and beginners on how to use their iPhone and iPad. And today, we're going to take a look at Apple's voice-activated assistant, Siri. And before I get into this, I know that this is not for everyone. My wife is not a fan. She says Siri ignores her or doesn't respond correctly. I have that happen every once in a while too, but there are some basic ways to use Siri that'll make using your iPhone way easier, and that's what I'm going to talk to you about today. Today I'm going to show you how to set up Siri and choose a Siri voice, how to make a phone call using Siri, how to create a reminder using Siri, how to send a text using Siri, how to check the weather using Siri, because you always need to know what the weather is, how to ask Siri for directions, and how to ask Siri for really just about anything. Let's get started. All right, the first thing I want to talk to you about is how to set up Siri and choose a Siri voice. And that's kind of important. To do that, you simply go into Settings, tap on that, scroll down till you get to Siri and Search, tap on that, and make sure you have Listen for Hey Siri turned on. If you don't have that turned on, she won't listen or hear you, and you won't get any kind of response. And when you turn it on for the first time, Siri will ask you a number of questions, and you'll answer those so that Siri can get used to your voice and understand what you're asking. You can also turn on press side button for Siri. That way, if you don't want to use the trigger phrase, Hey Siri, and by the way, you do have to use that. If you don't say that, Siri will not pop up. So you can't say, Siri, what time is it? You have to use the trigger phrase. But if you don't want to do that, you can just use the side button on your phone and press that, and Siri will pop up and you can ask a question. You can also choose the voice that you want to listen to. If you choose Siri voice right here, you can choose American, Australian, British, Indian, Irish, or South African. So if you choose British...
Hi, I'm Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use.
Hi, I'm Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use.
Hi, I'm Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use.
Hi, I'm Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use.
Hi, I'm Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use.
I think I like that voice best. And that's how you set up and turn on Siri and choose Siri's voice. So the next thing I want to talk to you about is how to make a phone call using Siri. You don't have to tap on the phone. You don't have to go into your contacts. You can just simply ask Siri to make a call. Now, the one thing you do need to know is that the phone number that you're asking Siri to call is in your contacts. That's if you ask Siri to call someone by name. Otherwise, you can just tell Siri the phone number and ask her to call. So here's how that works. Hey Siri, call Rhonda.
Calling Rhonda Bolin, mobile.
Hello?
Hey, just testing out Siri. Thanks for picking up.
Okay.
All right, bye. And that's how you use Siri to make a phone call. Pretty simple. So I use Siri a lot to set up reminders for me. And it's very simple. The Reminders app is where I keep track of grocery lists and things that I need to do. And sometimes I don't want to go into the Reminders app and actually type out whatever it is that I'm needing to remember, but I can just ask Siri to do it. And here's how you do that. Hey Siri, remind me to buy milk tomorrow.
Okay, your reminder is set for tomorrow.
Then if you go into Reminders, you'll see buy milk is set for tomorrow. And that's it. That's how you ask Siri to remind you to do something. You can also ask Siri to send a text message for you if you don't really want to type out a text message. Sometimes typing on the iPhone for me is not the easiest thing. That keyboard is kind of little on there. I'm used to it and I can do it. But you don't have to do that. You can just ask Siri to text someone. And this is how it works. Hey Siri, text Lindsay.
What do you want to say?
I hope you're having a good day! Exclamation point.
Your message to Lindsay says, I hope you're having a good day. Ready to send it?
Send.
Okay, it's sent.
And that's it. That's how easy it is to have Siri send a text message for you. The next thing I want to show you is how to ask Siri about the weather. You know, you've got a weather app on your phone, but sometimes you're not near your phone or you don't want to open the weather app, so you can just ask Siri, and this is how it works. Hey Siri, what's the weather today?
It's currently clear and 57 degrees. Expect mostly cloudy skies starting in the morning. Today's high will be 72 degrees, and the low will be 57.
And that's it. That is really simple. You didn't have to go into the app or anything. You just ask Siri what the weather's going to be today. You can also ask Siri for directions, and you can ask for directions to someone who's listed in your contacts, or even if they're not listed in your contacts, you can ask for directions. And this is how you do it. Hey Siri, give me directions to Home Depot.
One option I found is the Home Depot on Retail Drive in Wake Forest. Is that the one you want?
Yes.
Getting directions to the Home Depot.
And that's all you have to do to get directions using Siri. Really, really simple. You know, the last thing I want to show you is really more humorous than anything else, but you can really ask Siri any question that you want, and she'll be able to answer it for you. For example, hey Siri, do you like the Cincinnati Bengals?
I'm sure the Bengals are very good, but I'm not really one to judge.
Hey Siri, do you like the Los Angeles Rams?
I suppose so. I don't really have an opinion.
Hey Siri, when was Lucille Ball born?
Lucille Ball was born August 6, 1911.
Hey Siri, do you watch YouTube videos?
I don't have an answer for that. Is there something else I can help with?
No thanks.
Okay.
So as you can see, you can ask Siri just about anything, like math questions. Hey Siri, what is 547 times 12?
547 times 12 is 6,564.
Once you get the hang of using Siri, you'll find out just how useful she can be. And it's really handy to be able to just ask Siri something without having to go on your phone and, type something out. Siri can do way more than I just covered, but my goal in this video was to just show you the basics and maybe get you interested in using Siri. Let me know in the comments below if you use Siri and if Siri works for you. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Now, the next thing I want to show you, and this is not a full demonstration. This is just a teaser demonstration of an application I've been playing with for about the past 3 weeks. First off, I want to make it very clear, I am not an artist by any stretch of the imagination. I can't draw at all. I have no artistic ability except with a camera. Came across a program called Procreate that uses the Apple Pencil. Yeah, I know, that's its name. Turns the iPad into an incredible drawing apparatus. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you.
How do you know if your ad will work with the Apple Pencil?
You find out which version of the iPad you have and if it supports the pencil or not.
I just really old iPad.
Almost all the iPads from about Generation 5 forward will work with the pencil, but not all of the features of the pencil. I'm in Procreate right now. Grab my pencil. I'm going to show you these are some of the things that I have done in the past 2 weeks. That's a sunset that I did, and I drew this. Now, yes, I'm using a class on YouTube as the basis for it, but I did all of this work. Here's another one, a waterfall that I did. Barry hasn't seen this one, still life, oranges. And the grapes I did all by myself. This was not a part of the class, just based upon what I learned by doing the oranges, I went into the grapes. I'm going to show you some of the things that makes this really cool. One of the things is the number of brushes. You get all kinds of brushes with this. One that I really like, you have airbrushes, and I'll show you that in a second. Where is it? Calligraphy. The calligraphy. And I believe it's a water pen. That's not the pen I wanted. Brush pen. That is doing calligraphy. And I can't do calligraphy. You can rotate canvases. Up this down just a little bit. It's pressure sensitive. It's magnetic with this particular brush. We have other brushes. I can draw shapes. Now, I'm going to get a different pen to do this with. Okay, I'm going to draw a circle. Make it a little bit bigger. Okay, now watch. I hold it, and it draws a perfect circle for me. Do that again. This time I'm going to get pure black. I have a full array of colors. I have palettes I can create. Now watch. That's my circle. Perfect circle. I can go in, and this is the really cool part. I can come in, and I can shade. Oh, whoops. That's why I can't shade. I have to have something to shade. There we go. There we go. Now I have a white ball. Now I'm going to change my pen color over to black, and I'm going to turn on alpha lock. Not just yet. And I'm going to come in here, and I can shade. And my pencil's like this. Now it's supposed to be an alpha lock right now. Did I not turn on? No, I didn't turn on alpha lock. Alpha lock is on. I was going all over, but it's staying right, so I don't have to worry about going beyond the lines. It does it for me. I have the ability to do alpha lock. I can do masking. I can invert. I have layers, blending modes. I can drop the opacity on any given layer, different blending modes I can use. I know this is not for everybody. I just want to let you know that it is available. Send me over your, which one are you going to airplay it to? I'll accept it right here.
It comes up with you, I don't know which device it's to think.
Okay. Is that what you did? Barry did this, and he just found out about the program this morning, okay? And he's used airbrushes, splattering brushes. The amount, one of the cool brushes. Barry, you're going to love this one. Let me show you one of the brushes you can do. I'm going to come back here. This is a brush that's available. Come on, why aren't you? Alpha lock's on. It's a character. I can change the size, and then I can go in now. You have unlimited undos. I can go and change my brush back to, I can come in and go in and draw. That's not what I want to do. Okay, I want to add a new layer. And then on my new layer, I can go in and add eyes, a mouth, a nose. And I have a character, cartoon character, that quickly. Now, I could go in, if I had any talent, I could do a much better job. Now, this brush costs extra, but it's not, the gal does it, Genevieve. It's a $150 package I got for $10. And she had a super sale going on. So, I mean, you have all kinds of brushes, illustration, freckles. I want to add freckles. I could go in waterfalls. Where's artistic?
Find that.
No, you watch YouTube videos and you download them from there. So that is Procreate. It has allowed me to do things I've never been able to do before. And, granted, I know they're not that good, but for me, they're amazing. My sister, who is an artist, passed out when she saw that I had actually done something that looked like an orange. So there's that. We've got two things that it's $12.99 in the App Store. One-time price, comes with everything. Barry, how does this compare to the one you were looking at?
It's actually, but I had to have it before it did the sketching.
Oh, yeah. For sketching, you use a layer. As a matter of fact, I've learned in drawing, you start off with a sketch, a rough sketch. From that, you go in and pen it in. From that, you add the colors. Then you add the detail. Doing it that way, the one that I did is I did a duck. Granted, I brought an image of a duck in, and I traced the duck. Now I'm going in and coloring it the way I want to, adding feathers in, and then I'm going to make him walk. Oh, yeah, Procreate's got a very primitive, but it's their animation system where you can go in and animate. It's a lot of fun. And for $13, I mean, if you want to do it, at any time, I'm trying to get to college to do a class on this. And you know what they said? You want to teach it? I said, no, I want to be a student. Okay. And the problem is they don't have nobody down there knows anything about digital drawing programs.
I need to learn how to do the program and apply it.
I wish it was that simple. Okay. One of the other things, Pages has got a feature that most people don't know about. And so we're going to go into Pages, and I'm going to show you something really cool. This is a Pages document. I can only have one page, one window. If you go over to View and, oh, come on, John, where is it? Is it View or Arrange? See, I have the wrong glasses on. I can't see anything. Oh, there it is. It's in Format, Show All Tabs. I want Format. Okay, do I want Format, arrange, show tab bar. You now have a tab bar where I can go in. There it is, right over here on the far left right-hand side. I can now click that, and I can go in, and I now have tabs in Pages. So there's that document. There's that document. I can go back and forth between the two documents and cut and paste. It's been there apparently for a while, but nobody knows about it, okay? So I thought that was kind of cool.
With most of the Apple apps for the Mac, when they put it into the Finder, it became a feature in the Finder. It also was a bit of other apps.
And I'll show you the, here's my cookbook I'm working on, How to Cook Without a Recipe. It's up to 18 pages so far, and there's my table of contents. Okay, and let's go back in. Something a lot of people don't know about, and Windows has this too, but I don't know what they have anymore in them. A plethora of applications that come with your machine that they never tell you about. This is, I just made a list, and I'm going to go ahead and show you some of these. These are all applications that come with your Mac that they don't tell you about that do all kinds of neat things. Did you know you have a sticky notes application where you put sticky notes on your screen? It's been there since voice memos, weather app now, a calculator, a chess game. I'll show you this chess game. I don't want to play with anybody. That's the chess game you get. And you can sit and play chess. I think, I'm trying to remember how I,
A2S6.
Human versus computer. Start. Okay.
9G A2S6. 9F6TZ.
That was stupid on your part, John.
Okay.
9D42SD.
It's gone into retreat. Okay, so that's a chess game. Some of the other ones, go down and show you. I have them applications, not that applications, this applications. What did I call that stupid thing? There's a list, here it is. What did I call it? Hidden applications? That's not it. Oh, come on. You ever have one of those days? What did I call them? These are all aliases that I set up. I could just go in and show you. No, that's not it. Well, there's one in here called Graph I didn't know about. And it is a 2D and 3D graphing program. It's amazing. Okay? You can't enlarge it. You can't get any, but it will graph. It's a graphing calculator. You got voice memos. And so what you need, go through and play with them. A font book. We use fonts all the time. You never know which ones you have. Font book is a way of going in and seeing all of your fonts that you have available to you. Okay? Automator is a way of automating tasks on a Mac. Can be used in conjunction with, Barry help me, the Automator on iOS. Shortcuts. It can be used with shortcuts, but it's far more powerful. You have a digital color meter. You got the screenshot application that you can invoke with Command Shift. The old system information is available in utilities. So go in and take a look and see what's there. Calculator is a great calculator. Voice memos. We have that available on our iPhones. Most people don't realize you have the same thing available on your Mac. And get this, if you take a voice memo on your iPhone, it shows up in the voice memo on your Mac without you doing anything. It automates things in the cloud.
You're locked into the same.
Okay, and we have a video. I thought this was a video.
Good morning. My name is Mike McLean, and today we're going to discuss how to reset a PC using either Windows 10 or 11. And after you've had a PC for a couple of years, you might start to notice that it's running a little bit slow or get a little bit glitchy, and you might want to refresh Windows. A lot of us used to do this maybe once a year or so to reinstall Windows and just make sure that we didn't have a lot of dead files laying around. Refreshing a PC used to involve 3 important steps. First was backing off all your data, which meant you had to make sure that you had some place to back your data to, a jump drive or something. Then you had to find your installation disks, your copy of Windows, and make sure you had the product key and all that. And then you had to reload all your data once you formatted, put all the windows back on, and then put the data back. Current versions of Windows 10 and 11 provide a more streamlined method of performing this task. And that's what we're going to look at. So in order to reset your PC, we are going to go to the Start menu and Start Up Settings. And from there, we'll go to Update and Security and the Recovery section, about halfway down. And the very first option is Reset this PC. If your PC isn't running well, resetting it might help. This lets you choose or to keep your personal files or remove them and then reinstalls Windows. So we'll hit Get Started. And since I'm running a user account, of course, it wants me to put it in admin account. And that gives me access. And first it comes up with a couple of options. One is Keep My Files, removes apps and settings but keeps your personal files. And the other is remove everything. It removes all of your personal files, apps, and settings. So if you were selling your PC or giving it to somebody else and you don't want to have any of your own information on it, then you would select remove everything. If you're just doing a refresh for yourself in order to make it run a little faster, you're probably going to want to keep my files. So let's select that, and it's going to give me a little message that it's thinking about it. And then it asks, how would you like to reinstall Windows? I have a couple of options here. One is I can actually download a fresh copy of Windows from the cloud. It requires 4 gigs of data on the hard drive. Or you can do a local reinstall, since Windows keeps a local copy of itself. If you do choose cloud download, it will warn you that it takes more than 4 gigs of data. I'm going to choose a local reinstall. Then it tells me what the settings I have, restore apps and settings that came with the PC, and reinstall Windows from this device. And there's one link here, change settings, you're going to want to look at. Because again, it says, do you want to reinstall Windows from this device? Yes. But also restore pre-installed apps. This will restore apps and settings which came with the PC. It probably won't reinstall commercial things that came with your PC originally, but if you're a vendor like Hewlett-Packard, if they had optimization software installed, this will probably put that. So I'm going to confirm, and we double check our settings and say next. And again, getting things ready. This won't take long. And then it says ready to reset this P and what it will do. And I do not want to do this, so I'm going to cancel at this point. Now I'm going to go through this one more time to show you the other option and take you all the way through that. If I say remove everything, again, this won't take long. Again, do you want a cloud download or a local reinstall? I'll do a local reinstall. And now I'm going to go to change settings again. Here's the important part of this one. Again, this is something you do if you're giving your PC to somebody else or selling it. This gives you the option, do you want to clean data? If you say no, it'll just remove your files, which is quicker. If you say yes, then it's going to clean you the drive, which means it is going to remove all the files and then cover all the blank space with random ones and zeros to make it very hard to recover any of your data from somebody else. So you're probably not going to want to do that. It depends on what you're doing. It's going to take a while. Another option it gives is, do you want to delete files from all drives or just your Windows drive? For example, I have a USB drive hooked up externally, and if I were to select this, then it would not only wipe out my main Windows drive, but all the other drives that are hooked to this computer. So be aware of that. And again, download Windows from this device. I will confirm, and then we check our settings here, remove Apple files, not a clean drive, delete all the files only, and reinstall Windows from this device. And if you hit next, it'll take you to that last confirmation screen, which I'm not even going to go to. So that is how we reset a PC using Windows 10 or 11.
You can tell I was a little paranoid about do not click go.
Good presentation, Mike. Do we have any questions on what we've covered that do not deal with the cloud? Because we're going to go in the cloud presentation right after an upcoming break. Questions? Okay, let's take a quick 5-minute break. Nobody wants